This is Elle Castro for Black Film, interviewing Terry Crews for his role in Expendables 2. Okay, so how much fun? You had a stellar cast that you were working with, vets. Tell me how much fun it was working with them this second time around.
Well, it was, first of all, I gotta say, it was an extremely hard shoot. The fun comes now, but when we were filming, you feel pressure. You feel, because the first one was a hit. It was a smash, worldwide success, and you wonder, you gotta know, are you gonna top the next one? How are people gonna respond to your character? Whatever else he's got to do, are they gonna like you more? Are they gonna like you less? Uh, you know what the pressure is. You have to come back better. It's like winning the championship, and then everybody's looking at you and gunning for you to go down. So my big thing was, let's take it to another notch. And I physically did, because I was like, I worked out twice a day. I really got into my lines, got into what the character was, and it's funny thing because the movie's a lot funnier than the first one, and the tone changed a little bit, and it became a thing where you realize we're changing, we're in uncharted territory. We don't know what this is anymore. You know what I mean? And it was kind of harrowing. And then the fun is now, when you know you did it, you know the movie is great, you had the fun. Now it's the hype. You get the whole thing going because half the movie is hyping it. You know what I mean? It's the trailers. It's this. It's just the thought that you have every action star imaginable of the last over the 80s and 90s. Anybody who was doing anything good is in this movie, and I think it's a franchise that can keep going. We can add, Kurt Russell, Steven Seagal, Wesley Snipes. We gotta add Wesley. We can just keep going. I see no end.
When Chuck Norris popped up, I was like, is that Chuck Norris?
Yeah. No, let me tell you, Chuck is awesome. He was he's literally a little over 70 years old.
And he looks great.
And he looks awesome. I was so impressed. Just in his demeanor, who he is. I mean, literally, first you see the jet. The brother got his own jet. Okay, the jet comes down. Chuck comes down. There's limos everywhere, and you're like, whoa, big old SUVs, bodyguards, all that. He comes out of the middle of them like, hey, how you doing? You're like, oh my God, all those jokes, all that stuff, that's real. Chuck is the man.
Yeah. And then you guys had a newcomer, Liam Hemsworth, with you.
Yes. Now, he's coming off the Hunger Games, which is the biggest, gigantic monster hit of the year. And then his brother, being in Avengers, the other big monster hit of the year. And now he's in this. I'm like, these dudes ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? There's some magic. And I'm glad that Liam came on. He's actually one of the nicest guys. He came with it. He walked in. Can you imagine being 21 years old, walking into a franchise like this, where the expectations were big. All these guys are superstars. He killed it, knocked it out the park, and he also provides that female factor because the girls like Liam. My daughters are all like Liam. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
So you have a really big gun in the film.
Yes.
Would you consider yourself to be an expert in weapons?
Now. We handle guns so much. I really, I have more experience now with weaponry than probably the average person, because you have to get to know it. You walk around with it every day. You know how to fire it. You know how to load it. You learn how to do everything with it. You learn how to aim it. So my thing was, now I'm pretty much a vet on these weapon things. So, and plus with the movie, we get stuff that isn't even out yet. With Sly, we had gun companies and different people saying, hey man, try this right here. Like when I had the AA-12 in the first movie, there was only 6 in the world. 6. It was a prototype. Crazy.
Such a guy's film.
Yeah.
This is a guy's fantasy world.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, if you put this movie in the multiplex with a chick flick, you come out with a kids movie. It's that much of a manly film. But the thing is, what surprised me about the first one is the support that he got from women. Women love to see the first Expendables. I mean, the theater was packed with guys and women, and it was kind of cool because I realized that women enjoy seeing real men. Somebody that they could tap at 3 in the morning and say, "Could you go downstairs?" There's a noise downstairs. They ain't gonna get the little, the little, curly head 17-year-old guy. They want that rugged dude that's gonna go handle their business and protect them, and that's every one of us in the Expendables.
Of all the actors in the film, and there was a lot of star power, whose films have you seen the most of?
It would have to be Sly. I would say Sly, simply because he just has more. When you're talking about the sequels, and you're talking about, it's like Rocky's on TV every week, and in the close second is Arnold. When you're talking about the Terminators and even True Lies and this kind of stuff. I mean, it was just a blast from the past. I tell people that it was like a classic rock, a classic rock station, or a classic music station, where you remember when you saw or saw a movie or saw that music or heard that song, you knew where you were, you knew who you were in love with, you knew where you were in your station in life. Same thing with these action movies. When you knew where you saw Sly first, where you were when you saw Arnold and you saw John Claude, and you get these flood of memories back, and it's a cool piece. That's why having everybody together, it's like a reunion tour.
So what's next? What's coming up next? I know you have Are We There Yet? I know you're on The Newsroom.
Yes.
What other projects do you have? Like, what's coming up?
I just finished a movie called Aztec Warrior with Luis Guzman. Very, very funny movie about the Lucha Libre movement, which was directed by Scott Sanders and my man who did Black Dynamite. Very, very funny movie. Very funny. Also, I'm going to be in Scary Movie 5, directed by my man Malcolm Lee, who I love from The Best Man. And, he did Roll Bounce. He's my man. I'm planning on coming back for the second season of The Newsroom, and there's a couple things that I got in the works right now. I do plan on being in Expendables 3, which is another thing that's really popping up quickly. A lot of people are talking about it, and it depends on how well this does, and I really, really hope it does.
And the family cruise, is that coming back?
Nope, we're done. I don't have. I've been too busy. I have been too busy to bring it back. I have a YouTube channel, Maker Studios, that we've been filming some things just to keep people updated on the family and the whole thing. But BET kind of took a move away from reality, and that was okay, and I was cool with that because my schedule was just too booked.
Can you tell everyone why they should be at the theaters to check out Expendables when it drops?
First of all, if you are an action fan, and if you love seeing real men, not guys in tights flying around with super shields and kryptonite, if you like to see something that could actually possibly happen, okay, in real life, you want to be in the theaters on August 17th to watch Expendables 2. You will have the most fun you have had in the theaters in a long, long time. You'll have the most fun since the last movie came out. I'll promise you that. It's bigger, it's better, and all your favorite action stars are in it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you got it. Thank